Okay, that really interesting measurement that the forensic reconstruction artists use is zero point 0.4 millimeters. We're talking about the upper lip here. 0.4 millimeters plus zero point 0.6 of your teeth height. By teeth height, they're talking about the incisors, and they're talking about just the up and down height of that. And since we have real world units, quasi real world units set up in ZBrush here, we can actually figure some of that out. So we're just going to take a measurement. Let's go to our skull. Turn that the mouth off here. Let's take a height measurement. And make sure it's accurate. Okay, so 0.83. So we're talking, actually our units of measurements aren't right. We need to actually count these. So yeah, we're talking about 8 millimeters. So we break open our calculator and we go 8 millimeters times 0.6 equals that plus 0.4. So we're talking about 5 millimeters is what that upper lip is, the thickness of the lip is going for. Let's check our lip and see how close we got to that. We're going to just make sure move is on, drag an action line off the model, and you can see I've got the lips at basically a full centimeter. The upper lip, the thickness of the upper lip is at a full centimeter. And the measurement is telling me that we really should be looking at a measurement of about 0.5, so 5 millimeters, sorry. We got a couple of options. I'm going to go into draw and make sure move is on, and I'm going to just pull the line of that lip upwards and pull the thickness of that upper lip down a bit. This stuff helps keep us honest. Corner of the mouth. And check our measurement. We're closer now. Okay, we don't have to stick to this. It's just a point of reference, but it's a good point of reference. Now, another thing that's really interesting to keep in mind is that the borders of the philtrum being this part right here in the center, this dip down. Let's make sure standard brush is selected. The border of these could be said to meet right with the middle of those front two incisors. So right up there, right in the middle. That's going to give us the border of the philtrum right there, as well as a nice place to draw a line to create some shadow. Okay, let's get the thickness of the lower lip, and this is a slightly different equation. In this case, and again, we're talking, let's say a European canon. In this case, we're talking 5.5 millimeters plus 0.4 or 40% of the teeth height. Again, we're talking the incisors. So get the measurement for that. Six millimeters. So the lower lip should be about 8 millimeters in how thick it is. Let's check that, drag all the way off, and we've got pretty close to that. Kind of nice how that works out. So we've got pretty much exactly 8. I think our unit of measurement was 8.3 millimeters. So this could go down slightly. And we can make that a little full. There we go. But that's a pretty good indicator, I think. Pretty nice, very simple mouth. Let me just make sure we're really as clear as possible about the planes that we're talking about, and that I want to make sure are clear. Anatomy is really important. We're here to study anatomy, but we're not here to study medical anatomy. We're here to study structural anatomy. So the lower lip, again, that is inserting inside and underneath the upper lip. The upper lip is composed of several fibers, several directional fibers. We've got the nodule, which is its own beast, and its fibers, which are tending towards the upper portion of your upper lip. We've got the remaining portion of that upper lip, which are again tending down into the corner of the mouth. Then the marionette line, which is its own distinct entity. And then we have the lower plane, or the shape of the lower lip, really. And what I'm trying to emphasize with the lower lip is that it's not a lip. It is very clearly this almost horseshoe shape. And you can see the form of that lip echoed in the form that I'm continuing to draw down here. This is all part of it. It's all part of that lower lip and the structure of it. So now we've got to put in more muscles, but this is going to be the anchor for us. So the nodule is going to serve as an anchor for a large part of the rest of this face. The lower portion, the mentalis, is going to be anchored below. We've got a bunch of other muscles kind of pulling into and around here. Let's just go in and start to get these together so we can start to understand the structural quality of the cheek and how the nodule at the side is behaving and how everything's going to relate to the front and the side planes of the face.